impacting the world.
Yes, big up to all of Africa, big up to all of the African communities who are connected to this program. We are not forgetting all of the Burkinabe citizens across the world. Yes, we are greeting you. August 1960, August 2024, many African countries are still celebrating the 64 years of access to independence. But at the global level, we see that many countries are still supposed to be considered as poor countries or underdeveloped countries. Why? We are going to try to answer these questions by trying to see the importance or what is the meaning, the real meaning of independence applied to Africa first, and also see what are the different challenges African communities and African peoples are facing in Africa. These are some of the points we are going to raise during the program with our guests coming from, yes, let's go to, yes, our friends from CIPB, Centre Universitaire Polyvalent de Burkina Faso, who are here to participate. We are going to clap for you. Yes. We are not forgetting the artist musicians who are here. You know, artist musicians are our ambassadors, so we are greeting you, we are greeting them, and we are not forgetting our, guests who are here to answer our questions. Mr. Amidou Kafando, who is a student at CIPB, Burkina Faso, and Mr. Whiteman, who is an artist musician from Nigeria but based in Burkina here. Let's go with the round table. Independence in the African countries. This is the discussion point we are going to survey with our guests today, trying to see first, we are going to go to my right side first and try to see Mr. Kafando. What is your comprehension of the notion of independence? Is it independence, does it refer to something specific like freedom or something like that?
Okay, thank you so much for the floor given. As I'm concerned, I think that when we talk about independence, it goes straight to the sovereignty. Yes, if you are independent, you're supposed to be free, doing everything in your own. Yeah, not being reporting to your master, the one who were, you were under. Normally, when you talk about independence, you are free in everything you do. Yeah, this is how I understand the word independence.
Okay, so for you, sovereignty is going beyond independence?
Yeah, of course, of course. When it's written independence, it's a little bit vague, but in the fact, normally sovereignty means you are free in everything, every single thing you do. You don't need to report to anyone because you are sovereign. You have your own values and you do everything in your own.
Okay. Doing everything in your own, these are words from Mr. Kafando. If we go to the side of Mr. Whiteman, artist musician from Nigeria, I know, how is Burkina? How do you find Burkina first?
Burkina is very good.
Burkina is good.
Yeah.
So we are clapping for Burkina. Send you the same question, your understanding of independence.
Okay. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to be here. It is a great privilege, it's an honor. I want to say that actually the people that gave us independence, we the Africans, independence, do not give us this independence from their heart, because they give us independence with right hand and they still hold us in slavery with left hand. So, supposing they said you have gotten independence, normally we're supposed to control our economy, we're supposed to do everything by ourselves. But in contrary, we always give report to the masters, or we call it the colonies, who colonize us, and it looks like we are still slaves to them. So independence, what I understand, is total freedom. You have the right to develop your country. You have the right to impose tax. You have the right to do everything within yourself, not taking order from another people. So okay, that is what I understand.
Mr. Whiteman, from your own experience, I know you have been in Nigeria and other countries before coming and being in Burkina here. From your own experience, do you think that the colonial master is still having a hand on the African countries?
Yes, in my own understanding, the colonial masters still have the hand in Africa. In fact, I would say that they are still holding us slaves, because with the look of things, the way they control the politics in Africa, it shows us that we are still under them. Until they totally free us, Africa can never be developed, because they control, they take higher percentage of the revenue in Africa to their own country to go and develop their own country, leaving the African to suffer. So what I understand about independence, when they say you have given independence, it means you can now control your wealth, your economy, and your resources by yourself, and you can develop your country, which we are lacking. We are not controlling our resources, we are not controlling our petroleum. It is controlled from the outside. Those that give us the independence are still holding us in slave. Until they leave us to be total freedom, then we can now go and develop our country. That is what I understand by independence.
Okay, getting total freedom, it won't be an easy task for African people, and I think that with the leadership and also the young leaders who are, coming to powers in Africa today, we could get, hope for African countries. I'm keeping with you and try to see when during the years 1960s, many African countries, when they were getting their independence, the presidents were signed, some treaties with the colonial system. Now, are you still blaming, the colonial master for, having a hand on our countries?
In that aspect, I would say that I blame them 50%. Then I'll blame our former presidents 50%. Let me detail it. In Africa, there is a revenue we give to our colonial masters, and there's the ones they return to the country. Those colonial masters collect their own revenue and go, while our own presidents, past presidents, did not use the 50% given to them to develop Africa. They impose it to their own pocket. Most of these our past presidents are involved in rooting the economy of the poor masses. But I think that the colonial master have the upper hand because they support them to do that. That's why they have upper hand in Africa. They have more power in Africa than our leaders. Yes, that is what I understand, because it's what they say that will happen. If you say no, you have problem. But when you d'accord with their opinion, you will have your tenor successful. But when you say no to their objection, you will have problem. One problem to another, you know what I mean. So from one problem to another, you get out tired of the seat. So
it's not easy. So I will go to Mr. Amidou Kafando, who is a student from CPV Burkina Faso here. In the system of independence, I have traveled in many countries, and when I go to the youth, they say that most of the countries in Africa, the independence is a flag independence. Are you sharing the same point?
For sure, absolutely, because this is a fact. Yeah, because most of our activities, you will see that our masters are around. If you take the example of election, you will see that the survey people are those who have already colonized us. And if they are around, that means they are doing something. And every single time, if there is election, you will see that there is a shit. So I can say that they're still around, and since they're around, we can't be free. And this freedom has to be fighting, and without fight, we can't reach the level of freedom we hope. So I think that we are in the best way. Only the fight can make us free. Only the fight can make Africa get back this independence we hope for years.
Yes, only the fight, and I think that everybody is bringing his contribution. Artists, musicians, through their messages, they are also bringing their contribution to fight against the systems. This is what we call Babylon system.
Babylon, yeah, because they are around. We are our artists here that are singing. As you said, they are our ambassadors, and all they are singing, it's true, but it's difficult for our master to accept this. But we are supporting them because we know they are doing a good job. The Babylon system is really to open eyes of the youth, to let them know the reality, to let them know that only fight can make us out of this issue.
Okay, making us out of this issue is very important. Mr. White Man from Nigeria, living in Burkina, when we try to see the African countries, including Burkina Faso, of course, we see that most of the time people are criticizing some aspects like incivism, nepotism, corruption, smuggling, and many calamities that are traumatizing the black continent. You are sharing the same point.
Okay, well, if you come about corruptions, nepotism, it is all of them is because of the bad government. If, for example, in a Western world, you will not see corruption because the system of the government is moving fine. When you are corrupt over there, you book, they will judge you, you go to prison or they jail you. So, but in Africa, corruption is
but in Africa, when you are corrupted, when
you become the king.
No, they'll change your position.
Yes, they will give you higher rank.
Higher
yes,
rank.
They hire the corruption, they hire the post. When you are corrupt, small. When you are corrupt,
not clapping because it's good.
No, you're not clapping because it's good, but you are just telling the facts. Yes. When you are corrupt a little, you become the minister. When you are a big corrupt politician, you become the president, because they will manipulate you to extract the economy from the people, so that the people will become a slave under their own leader, under their own brother, who is a president of the country. But to see that the corruption is the problem Africa is facing. Until we tackle the corruption, we can be able to get total independence.
Yes, tackling corruption and getting total independence.
Independence.
I still have in mind one of the a famous, African leader, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah from Ghana, who used to say that Ghana could never be free unless we get a total liberation of all of Africa.
Yes.
Meaning that alone we cannot, get it. Sovereignty.
Yes.
When you go to the Sahel countries like Burkina, Mali, and Niger today, they are joining forces to, to live out of, this situation of, domination from the colonial system. How do you see this situation?
That issue is what Africa needs, actually, because when you go to Western world, they have what they call Schengen. Schengen is Europe countries. They have 29 countries under one umbrella. Yes, that is what Africa needs to
one confederation.
Yes. When we have like 29 African countries in one umbrella, the same currency, the same system of education, the same system of everything, you will see that this issue of slavery will totally be eliminated. Because when we are united, the Western people will now see that there is no space to enter. They will now leave us to be free. And you will see the development we are looking will come. But when we are scattered, these people are, this one, ECOWAS, this one is this one, this one is this one. They will penetrate and manipulate the system. Yes. So I support what the Kwame Nkrumah said. I support it.
Mr. Kwame Nkrumah, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah's statement. Mr. Amidou Kafando, many young African people, they think that to solve the issue of corruption and also domination from the colonial system, we need to decolonize the mentalities, the mindsets of the youth. Are you supporting this idea?
This could be the beginning of every fight.
Yes.
You should let people know why they are fighting. And if young Africans nowadays are raising hands for this fight, it's because there is a background work that is doing by some leaders. Today you will see the IAS, the Confederation, Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger. You will see that these three countries are the example of this fight, and they are taking the best way because no union, no fight.
No union.
And this is
no
the
fight.
mistake
Yes.
our former leaders,
Yes.
those who created ECOWAS, they had this in mind by creating the union of some West African countries for fighting for their liberation. But this was a mistake because at the meantime they have been replaced by some, masters, those who are reporting to the masters, and this make this organization feels the mission. And today, IES is there to answer to that question.
Answer to that question, that's very important. So we are going to watch, a report about the issue of, independence in Africa before coming back. Let's go to Step in the Street.
My name is Iron Vendor, the Rasta Commando. Yeah, I'm living in Burkina Faso here because I'm a Burkinabe myself. My papa from Burkina Faso, my mama from Burkina Faso, and so I'm a Burkinabe 100%. Yeah, independence. We're talking about independence, we're talking about liberty, understand? Rather giving you your independence, you have the right to do anything you want to do by your own self. But is that what we call independence is Africa here? We see independence in Africa here is sometimes not independence, Giving me something by holding it again. You see, you give it to me, then you hold it again. That is not independence. And I think now we are fighting forward to achieve our own independence, that we know independent, we have to be dependent. That is what I know concerning independence from 1960 to 2024 or 2025 as I'm talking about.
Okay, so concerning independence, I can say that African countries are not yet really independent. They still have to work for full independence to come. They need to achieve economic, social, and many other domains, levels, before talking about independence. Independence is not just the fact of saying we're no longer, let's say, acting under the orders of the colonizer, but you also need to be fully independent, like rely on yourself. You don't need to go and ask for foreign aid. You don't need to get orders from foreign countries, as well as your economy, policies, and army is concerned. Then we still need to work hard to educate our population and maybe expect true independence to come in the future. Independent countries are not free, and no country is free as such. Freedom for a country is not what we really think, because even for these developed and powerful countries, they still act regarding the geopolitics of other countries. If you know that doing something in another country can cause a problem with another superpower country, then in fact you need to reconsider your position.
The colonial system is Babylon system, as the Rasta people have been saying that, That I'm saying. You're giving me something, then you're holding it back. As Bob Marley said, give me, send it, give it to me, and send it back and take it back again. No, that is not. The colonial system, we have to break it down because it's something that they try to put our mentality into a different level. And now that mentality is up to a certain limit, we think Babylon system, we have to push it, we have to ban it, in Africa. Rastafari Selassie.
Clap for. So, thank you. So, we have listened many people, stakeholders, appreciating the issue of independence, thinking that it's not true independence. How do you react?
Yeah, honestly, it's not a true independence.
Yeah.
When we say true independence, we see people like Americans. When they say they have independence, they have total control of their country. Yeah. So when independence in Africa is not totally free, it's like we have independence, but we are still slaves. Yeah. So we want a total freedom, a total independence. When you have a total independence, you have the right to control your country the way you want. So is not a good independence, it's a fake one. They have not given us independence.
Yes.
So
flag independence.
Yes. So,
Okay,
we are expecting the new independence which Africa will have soon.
Generation.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Whiteman. Mr. Kafando, yes, for you, what could be the contribution of leadership to solve the issue of independence for African countries?
Yeah, I can say that all is based on leadership. Yeah. Without a good leadership, it's difficult to reach the level of the true independence. So the leaders should do their best to let people know the reason for that fight, and then together Africa can be united, and then together we can make the fight come true. Otherwise it will be very difficult to make the fight alone, or single.
Okay. To go to CIPB, Centre Universitaire Polyvalent du Burkina Faso, to listen to a message from the owners of the school before we come back. Let's go.
CIPB is a university that is located at Ouagadougou, just before the police station of Ouagadougou. If you go past the interchange of Ouagadougou and you are heading toward the monument des Héros Nationaux, at the traffic light, the last traffic light before the monument, you turn right. At around 150 meters, you will see Centre Universitaire Polyvalent du Burkina. It is a university where we are teaching English. We also have French language and literature. And this university has been created since 2004 and is giving some courses in these fields. Okay, in our university we receive anybody from any background, social background, religious background. Okay, for the training we're giving here, I just wanted to add that for the English studies, we have the bachelor program, that is first year, second and third year, and a master program for English studies. In the master we have applied linguistics and didactics, and also American literature and civilization. And for French language and literature, modern literature, we have only the bachelor program, but we are heading toward including a master program also for it. We also want to include another department, that is computer science, and very soon we're going to have a student for computer science.
Thank you for the floor given. My name is Nadej Sam. I'm a third year student here at CIPB, and I'm the treasuress of the English Club of CIPB. English Club of CIPB holds its activities every Saturday from 12:45 to 2:45. Yeah, we usually do. We have slam, we have vocabulary, we do plays. Yeah, we do plays. We do. We have songs, and we do a lot of things that we help people to get, how can I say, themselves ready to speak English in front of others students. My message towards our English teacher is that we thank them because they are doing a great work by helping us getting accommodated to the English language. They are doing a lot of work for us. So we thank them very much for what they are doing for us. For parents, I'll encourage them to help or to support the children that want to take a step to learn English. It's very important for us in this world. English is becoming, or is how can I say, one of the most spoken languages, and we need to learn how to speak it. So that's why I will encourage parents to help their children get access to the education of English. Unto these are sending our prayers. Precious Lord, CIPB English Club is calling. The pioneers of hope have made it with firm determination. This is time for you and I to do our best. Hard learning, easy passing is our motto.
I am Balingwine Gael Kafando. I'm a student in L3 at Centre Universitaire Polyvalent du Burkina. I'm a Burkinabe. In our English club, we have many activities. Among others, we have debates, storytellings, speeches, and journalism too. I will say speeches because we have a strong lady, powerful lady that used to enlighten us with a beautiful voice. So it is speeches that people like the most because through speeches they are motivated.
My name is Balboune Marie Sephora. I am a Burkinabe and I am in my third year of Anglophone Studies in CIPB, Centre Universitaire Polyvalent du Burkina. What I enjoy the most in the English club activities is the debates because we can learn about some ideas that we that we didn't thought about, and also we are open-minded to many perspectives, and we learn how to communicate with each other. We increase the level of our vocabulary and so on. It's very interesting.
I'm Mwezinamu Asiatu Torse. I'm both Burkinabe and Ghanaian. And I am a student of second year in a Centre Universitaire Polyvalent du Burkina Faso. They do their best. They do their best to express themselves as they can. My message to the Ghanaian community is that they have to get a relationship with Burkinabe, as we notice the importance of English, and I can say the most Burkinabe students try now to learn English. So I want them to take in touch with us to help us to improve our English, and together maybe we will go ahead. Mho na mesramu simuni na mumbra na mu be ewa yeho na mumboae na yen timi kasa English no fefe medasi.
I'm Aisha Jan Perpetu Yamego, student of University CIPB, Centre Universitaire Polyvalent du Burkina. I'm a second year student. For me, English class CIPB is very, very interesting because it permits all of us to learn many things. Maybe during the debate, we can also acquire some knowledge about grammatical and to avoid some mistake. English Club of CIPB.
Our future.
Our future, our education.
English Club of CIPB.
Again.
You have seen, this is the school of the students participating to this program. We are going to allow them to participate to a championship through the step, which is English Top Speaker Burkina. English Top Speaker Burkina, which is a framework allowing the English clubs of Burkina Faso from primary, secondary and university levels to meet and make a kind of competition through a debate, oratory debate. I think that even ministerial departments also have the English clubs, training centers and institutes. We are joining all of them to make a national competition in Burkina Faso in English, speaking English. Let's clap for English. So we are going to give the floor to the English Club of CIPB for a small presentation now about the independence in Africa. This is the topic. Let's go, MC.
English Club of CIPB.
Our education.
English Club of CIPB.
Our future.
Our education, our future.
English Club of CIPB.
Again.
Good morning, all viewers of Savane TV. My name is Palimunde Gael Kapando. I'm a second year student in Anglophone department at Centre Universitaire Polyvalent du Burkina. So today we have two talented representatives from our university, and they are going to showcase their talents and skills in this debate. So I'm going to call the first one, who is a lady. She is a graduate student in Anglophone studies. She is currently seeking a position as an English teacher where she can apply her academic expertise and with love and passion in education. Please welcome Miss Sam. She has 4 minutes to convince the public.
So, good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning.
And good morning, dear viewers of Savane TV. My name is Nadesa, and I'm a graduate of CIPB English Club of CIPB University. Today, I'm going to address the issue of independence in Africa. When we talk about independence, we talk about sovereignty, we talk about being free from any government or ruling from other country. In Africa, independence cannot be dissociated from colonization. Firstly, African countries were colonized before giving independence by the colonial master. When colonial master came to Africa, they colonized the country, they have taken everything under their control. But due to some circumstances like World War I, World War II, and the fact that African leaders starting having education about their own country and their own way, they have decided to give African countries independence, facet independence. Why? Because this type of independence is a kind of independence that only allows them to work under the will of the colonial master. African leaders were appointed to the seats of presidential seats, but they were doing the will of the colonial master. Firstly, African people started being happy because of independence. For them, there was hope for them to be free, to do everything by themselves. But after a period, they were hit by the reality that the former master left, but the one here, their brother and their sister, they were doing the same thing, even worse than what the former colonizer was doing. So that's where revolution starts coming. And in a country, when the revolution brought a great leader, what the former colonizer was doing is to put these people out and bring another one who's going to do their will. So African countries fought a lot. And currently, if you see in Western Africa, there's a lot of military coup. They will do a military coup, another person will come, and another one will come after. And this is the fight of African people for independence. Currently, the most palpable example of fighting for independence is Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali. These three countries have been fighting for independence, but we can say that it is right now that we can really see that they are really willing to have the independence. They have great leaders, with military leaders who are leading them toward this independence. And I can say that this is the start of our real fight for independence in Western Africa. Thank you very much.
Time manager.
Hello, my name is Zongo Kwakulandri.
Time manager.
The time manager. And she did 3 minutes. So she's in the time.
So
So let's clap our hands for Miss Nadej for this.
Our education.
Our education, our future.
English Club of CPB.
Again.
So our second candidate is a handsome boy. He's our current chairman, and he's a graduate student in Anglophone studies too. With passion for education and language, he aspires to embrace a career as a teacher, contributing his skills and knowledge to future generations. Please welcome Mr. Frank Bado for this. He also has 4 minutes to convince the public.
Okay, good afternoon everyone. As my MC have really introduced me, I'm not going to say anything about myself. Okay, I will tackle directly the topic. Firstly, the word independence comes from a medieval French origin, which means not to be hanged out from, or not to be hanged down. And if we see well, if we read between the lines, we see that independence cannot be separated from freedom. And talking about independence, we have also to mention countries. And in Africa, the countries that fought for independence are mainly 2, Francophone countries and Anglophone countries. Francophone countries fought hard for the independence. Anglophone countries did the same too. But it's like Francophone countries focused on the political independence. But it's not only this that is really independence. Because independence is firstly an economical issue. Because if you are not economically free, just know that your former master will always be intervening in your affairs. For example, if China today wants to offer 2 billion yuan to Burkina Faso, Burkina Faso doesn't use yuan. He has to convert this money into CFA. But who can convert this money? France also. And France will be always saying something. France can whether convert this money or not. Or France can say, if you want me to convert this money, invest in agriculture, invest in education, or France may even steal a part of the money. So you are not independent. So in this kind of situation, you can see that Africa really, in Francophone countries, the currency is the main problem of lack of independence. And I can say today that thanks to the fight of those 3 countries, Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, I can say that there is hope. There is hope. But Anglophone countries still have problems, as the other one. Corruption is there. Because with corruption in the country, people are selfish, some people are very rich, while some are very poor. And in this kind of context, coup d'etats will be always there. And it's and in this kind of situation, you cannot build the country with repetitive coup d'etats. Yes, you'll be always destroying the country. But here we are talking about leaders. What can we young people do? If we want to develop Africa, we as young people, we should start the cultural independence. I should, for example, today start loving Faso Danfani. Instead of watching MTV, instead of watching Western programs, I have to be interested in Savane TV, for example. I have to be interested in RTV. I have to be interested in other channels and watching Burkina Faso music, watching everything that is done in Burkina Faso, and start eating what is good. This is what young people can do to contribute in development. And I think that if we embrace this road, really Africa, and Africa generally speaking, can be free. Because the main thing that can tell me that we can boast quickly our independence is that Africa has the youngest youth in the world. We have the youngest youth in the world, and if every young people behave in this way, really 3 years is enough. We'll be the first power in the world. This is what I can say. Thank you.
So thank you, Mr. Badu. He did half and 3 minutes. So thank you. It is in the time.
Okay. So MC, you remind the criteria.
Based on vocabulary, their speaking, I can say their pronunciations, and also their accuracy, who do you think can brilliantly, represent our university to the top level of this competition?
For Bado, so you come, Bado and the 2 candidates, you join him.
Okay.
Yes,
so
please.
Join me on stage.
You go first, ladies first. No, go together.
Okay.
So you choose.
Among our 2 brilliant students, we start with Miss Sam Nadej. Do you think she can brilliantly represent us?
Those who are 4.
Those who are 4 can raise their hands.
Raise and count.
Okay, so we got 3 students.
3.
So 3. We got 3
Can we
students.
vote?
So we're going with Mr. Bado. Those who are for Mr. Bado, please raise your hand.
Okay.
So we can see.
Yes. And you yourself?
I can't. Okay. So we have 4 students that voted for Mr. Bado. So I can say now that he is the one who's going to represent us for this.
Okay.
Our education. English Club of CPV.
Our future.
Our future, our education.
English Club of CPV.
Give him the floor.
Okay, Mr. Bado, you have the floor.
Yes. Just one word. What is your feeling? One word.
I'm wordless.
Finish.
I'm wordless. Thank you for the trust. Okay. I am wordless. Thank you for the trust.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you very much for listening.
So we are clapping for Burkina Faso. are going to make a small break. You know, I told you that our artists, musicians are our ambassadors, and Alaji Kliashi. Yes, we are going to speak English today. He's my friend. I know he is speaking English. Oh, you are not speaking English.
I speak English small, because voilà quoi.
Voilà. Alaji Kliashi, I know that you are an MC. You are MC, maître de cérémonie.
I am
yes,
MC.
I have seen.
But I am MC de circonstance.
I want you, moi je veux toi, you parler, faire MC un peu, oui, regardez.
Salam alaikum, alhamdulillah, ba ishi ya karkanare ya tsawon lillahi, alhamdulillah, kudumbake, ashira kudumbake, ushmana kudumbake, alhamdulillah.
Pardon, il faut laisser comme ça.
Yes. Français.
No, English.
Okay, my ladies and gentlemen, I am Alhaji Kiliashi.
Yeah.
I come to Tulwero.
Tulwero.
Voilà.
You are coming from Tulwero.
Voilà, ton nom anglais, nom de ti anglais.
Okay.
Voilà.
Alhaji Kiliashi, I know that you are a musician.
No, I am comedian.
Yeah, you are a comedian.
Voilà, I am comedian.
Okay, mais tu as chanté aussi.
Oui, j'ai chanté.
Il faut chanter un peu, on va voir.
Non. Vas-y. Barabura, yaka, ayaka, barabura, gere yakuru bare, barabura, go, ja abiji. Ore barabura, yaka, ayaka, barabura, gere yakuru bare, barabura, go, ja abiji, barabura, ala bajari, barabura, gere babu okudi, barabura, gere bangare, barabura, gere bangare.
Il faut traduire ce que tu as dit là en anglais.
Ne cherche pas à comprendre. Pas chercher à comprendre. Faut danser seulement.
Non mais attends, docteur va traduire ça. Docteur, venez.
Voilà. Ah, docteur.
Il a dit quoi?
I don't know exactly, but
he said,
say that he want to tell you that he love you.
No,
I know him very much. I don't know. He want.
Please.
No.
Voilà. Quand ton nom, garçon. Non.
He tell me that to tell you.
Yes.
He love you.
No, I love you. She love you. No love.
Grand doctor.
My name is Big Doctor.
Big Doctor.
Yeah.
That's a grand doctor.
Today I want provide to tell.
Yes.
I am sorry,
Yeah.
but I want to say that today, Africa friends don't free now.
Yes.
Yeah, Africa friends don't free now, but I am very happy to cause a new generation fighting every day to get independence.
Yes.
So I ask my God, ask my ancestors to add a new generation to get your fight.
Yes. To support us. I know you have released your fourth album in April 2024.
Yeah.
Revolution Time.
Yeah.
So you did also what's the trop c'est trop.
Oui.
Ma vérité.
Oui.
La parole. Trop c'est trop maintenant. Eh, non, comment back à mon hawe.
Puisque j'avais chanté ma lettre au président, j'ai chanté le pouvoir à vie, j'ai chanté politique à vie, tu parlais, mais je trouve qu'ils ne m'ont pas écouté. Jusqu'à on arrive à un niveau où j'ai dit maintenant, il faut qu'on tout est à refaire, il faut recommencer tout à zéro. Parce que signe à zéro, parce qu'on a pris le mauvais chemin. On a pris le mauvais chemin parce qu'on a pris une démocratie qu'on a copié, venu coller en Afrique, alors que ce n'est pas compatible à notre vie. Donc il faut que l'Afrique cherche son chemin. On a eu la chance, aujourd'hui nous sommes avec 3 pays qui ont décidé de signer, voilà, c'est que nous les devanceurs comme les Kwame Nkrumah, les Thomas Sankara, etc. cherchaient. Donc aujourd'hui nous avons l'obligation, notre nouvelle génération, de faire un bloc pour soutenir cette initiative qui tire vers, en tout cas, nous sommes sur le bon chemin.
La souveraineté.
Voilà, il faut qu'on soit libre. On doit être libre monétairement et culturellement, puisqu'à un moment donné, on va leur mettre les religions et puis on va rester africain. Singa zero, Bayira Debra Singa zero, Revolution on Terra, Debra Singa zero, Singa zero, Bayira Debra Singa zero, Singa zero, Singa zero, Air France Singa zero, Bayira Debra Singa zero, Singa zero.
So we are going to allow, now a big international artist musician to come and allow us to make the English club party. On va faire la fête. On va danser. Mousbi! Yes.
Merci beaucoup.
Amna tiens forces on that.
Amna tiens forces. No ta benya ngam.
Wanya.
J'ai un message pour toute la jeunesse africaine que nous n'avons pas besoin de paroles mais des actes concrets. Comme mon colonel Assimi Koïta qui parle moins mais qui pose des actes concrets. Mon capitaine Ibrahim Traoré, je suis au garde-boue. Que Dieu t'accompagne. Peace and love. Peace and love. Natara abana, naulugutara abana. Natara abana, ne tubabutara abana. Natara abana, ne nazarautara abana. Natara abana, ne l'armée française tara abana. Anqualulo. Anqualute, Anqualulo, Anqualute, Anqualulo, Anqualute, Natara Amabawa, Naulutara Abanake. Natara Abana, Naulutara Abana, Natara Abana. Tubabutara abana, Natara abana, ne Nazarautara abana, Natara abana, Emmanuel Macron tara abana. Anwele numbe, Rishima, Anwele numbe, Rishima, Anwele numbe, Rishima, Anwele numbe, Narme Rishima, Anwele numbe. Abana, naulugutara abana, natara abana, ne tubabutara abana, natara abana, ne nazarautara abana, natara abana, ne l'armée française tara abana. Sans l'aurait s'aimer, yam sans coulis s'aimer, sans l'aurait s'aimer, yam sans coulis s'aimer, ton yeti yamba. Yam yeti ka yam ye, ton yeti ya yamba. Yam yeti ka yam ye, sans le reseme. Yam sans le reseme, sans le reseme. Yam sans le reseme. Mambo dame, jeunesse africaine. Mambo dame, jeunesse malienne. Mambo dame, jeunesse africaine. Ada mambo dame. Burkina Sicily. Nyawaya mesas, be papa musbil, be jabuma. Yes, alright, yes, alright. Natara abanda, now lugutara abanda. Natara abanda, netuba butara abanda. Natara abanda, ne nazara utara abanda. Natara abanda, ne l'armée française tara abanda.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. What is your message to Africa today?
Mon message pour l'Afrique. Je crois que mon message pour l'Afrique, il faut qu'on accompagne les 3 présidents de l'AIS parce qu'ils sont la bonne voie. On a chanté, pleuré pour l'unité africaine. Je crois que c'est ça qui vient d'être commencé par Assimi Goïta et Abdraman Tchane, mon capitaine Ibrahim Traoré. Que Dieu les accompagne. Rastafari!
This is a very strong message, sending to the African youth to support the African new leaders, so we could live, this fake independence and go to sovereignty, go to freedom, go to liberation, total liberation of Africa. Yes, yes, yes.